So the plan is to tell Ivy that she's leaving probably by the end of the month, right?
Yeah. This will be the last month.
This will be the last month, and she'll be gone by the end of the week. Because the month ends on Saturday.
Next Saturday.
No. This Saturday.
Well, this is Saturday.
Oh, okay. Okay. A week from today, the month is over. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. We're giving him a 1 week notice.
We're giving him a 1 week notice.
But that was what I was worried about. That they said they cover it. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Should be cleaning up the house because Thanksgiving is on Thursday, but I have a minute alone, and so I thought I would catch you up, give you the tea. So here's what's been going on. As you may know, my mother-in-law has Alzheimer's, and she has been experiencing some more violent outbursts. And when we say violent, like not anything too crazy, it's a part of the disease. And the place where she's currently at, which has been awesome, is not exactly designed or set up for people that have this type of behavior. So when she exhibits this behavior, they counter it by placing her with a one-to-one nurse, which is about $30 an hour extra from 7 in the morning until 7 at night now. From her last episode, it was 8 to 8, but now it's 7 to 7. And that goes on your bill, which brings that bill up to about $20,000. And they counter it in other ways using medication. So I took my mother-in-law to the doctor the neurologist, like not just any doctor. I took her to the neurologist about 2 weeks ago. And the neurologist noticed that the place where she was staying was giving her some extra medication, which was like, we knew that, we authorized that, because we needed her to kind of calm down and keep her hands to herself. But the neurologist explained that that particular medication could zombify her and make her completely out of it. And then she was also concerned with her taking a fall. So I elected at that time to ask the neurologist to write a note to the facility saying, please discontinue any, do it. I don't know enough about medication, but take her off of any unnecessary medications and, only stick to the prescriptions that the neurologist herself had recommended. That's what I asked her to do. So within the week, they did an audit on her medications from the home, and they noticed that that hadn't been followed. And they kind of took me through the medications. Are you aware that she's getting these medications both during the day and then twice at night? And I was not. And I don't think my husband was either. But again, I told that nurse, please ask them to discontinue. And so we're, working our way through that, right? The discontinuing. But at that point, it's like, we don't want her to be on all of these drugs. We can't afford the one-to-one nurse. There has to be a better solution. This is not a good solution. So what do? So we start looking into it, and the woman that runs the floor where my mother-in-law is, she's awesome. She's great. She knows so much about this. And she says, listen, there's another home option for her. It's not, right down the street. It's about half an hour away. But they really specialize in the care of people that are going through this and might be a little bit more hands-on. They're really equipped. Matter of fact, when people get to a stage where we can't really handle them here and our facility isn't the best, we do recommend that you go on to this facility. And it's like a nationally recognized Alzheimer's facility. So we go and visit on Saturday. And we're like, this is great. This is perfect. They talked about how they don't believe in drugging patients up, how they let them wander free. They have animals like roaming around. I made friends with this dog. This dog was amazing. And he just like rolled over. I'm not a dog person. I'm a cat person. We all know that. But this dog was awesome. And I love, they have a bunny. They got fish. Like, it's perfect. We're like, great. Let's get the ball rolling because we're off this week. Like, let's do this now while we're off for Thanksgiving, and then we don't have to pay another month at the place that she's in. We'll just start December 1st, right? Like, this seems good. We're going to do the assessment. We're going to do the whole thing. This is perfect. So we go to start the process. So we go to the home where she is now, and to tell them and like fill out the paperwork, do whatever we need to do to inform them that like, hey, we're not going to need the one-on-one nurse anymore. We're moving her. We're going to move her by the end of the month. They're going to be coming in from this new place to do an assessment because that's standard procedure. And when we see her, she is completely zombified. Like, definite. From the time that I took her to the doctor that Tuesday to the time that it was like a week and 4 days, right? In that time period, you could definitely see what that neurologist had been talking about. Like, she was spirited and ready to go and when I took her to the doctor, but now she really was pretty much like just chilling and not in like a good way chilling. So immediately again, we were like, we need to get this under control. We need to get this handled. Let's get her off this medication. And the place is sort of giving us a runaround. So we're even more focused on getting her out, right? So I made contact with the new home yesterday and I said, whenever you can do this assessment, as soon as possible, can we get this done this week? I would really appreciate it. Tell me what I need to do. I filled out all of her paperwork. In case you're wondering, like, this isn't your mom, this is your mother-in-law. I'm medical, husband's financial. Like, that's how we split the duties, right? I do all medical related things for the elderly people. I take care of the paperwork. He takes care of the financial. And of course, he's the one that has power of attorney. So he's the one that can, sign things, like, I'll sign this, sign that. But when it comes to like the interest forms and gathering up all the cards and scanning them and sending them in, or talking to people at facilities or hospitals. But previous to this, before my mother-in-law had ever been diagnosed, she put me on her healthcare as her healthcare family person. So with our healthcare provider, I'm the one that the doctors talk to because before she ever became sick or unable to make these decisions for herself, she had placed me in that role. So that's why I do, in case you're wondering, like, why I have no medical background. My grandfather was a surgeon. That's my medical background. That's it. That's all I got. So, and my Nana was a nurse. Okay, so I got two. Maybe that's why. And because, I have I'm not good with finances at all. And sometimes I can be an emotional wreck. But when it comes to taking care of business and going into hospitals and getting things done, I can do that. I can do that. I can compartmentalize and I can do that. Not the point. The point is, this morning at like 6 a.m., what time was that? 6:32 a.m. I get a call that she has fallen. She says she's on the floor and she says her hip hurt. Oh my God. Now, is it because she's on too many drugs? Probably. She probably is on too many drugs and she got up out of bed before the nurse arrived at 7, which even though she's in the hospital, we still have to pay for the one-on-one nurse who's just going to sit there and play on her cell phone. Because honestly, that one-on-one nurse does nothing. Nothing. I don't know why they're there. Anyway, that's the deal. That's the tea. So she's currently in the hospital. I just called the hospital. She's getting x-rays now. And we're sitting by and waiting to see what comes of this. If she's admitted into the hospital, I'm going to see if I can get the new place to do an assessment while she's in the hospital. And then literally the day, like move all of her stuff to the new facility. And when she's discharged from the hospital, take her immediately to the new facility. I think that would be the least disruptive, because it's going to be disruptive anyway. But here's the kicker. When we get to the new facility, because like I said, the place where she's currently residing recommended this new place. Her boyfriend, yes, she had a boyfriend. If you go all the way back, I think I've shared that before. Her boyfriend she'll forget the rest of us, but she remembers Bob the boyfriend like nothing. She cried over him. They were inseparable. Bob the boyfriend is at the new facility. When he could no longer reside at the current facility and his family had to find a new home for him, Bob is at the new facility. So they'll be reunited. I know. How exciting is that? Now the question is going to be, are they going to remember each other or no? So even like when she's in her most zombie form, she couldn't tell you who we were, but she knew enough that she smiled at us and wanted to give us hugs. Like she couldn't articulate like, that's my son, that's my granddaughter, that's my daughter-in-law. Couldn't do that, but she couldn't even tell you our names, couldn't even say that we were family, but she knew that she knew us, and right? So I'm still trying to get ready for Thanksgiving. Husband and daughter are over at a property that we're getting ready to, or we're trying to fix up to rent out. They're fixing that up. So they're spending the morning, I think, painting and spackling is pretty much it. Our dryer has completely broken. If you remember previously, our washer broke. Well, the washer and the dryer, they were like siblings, and now the dryer is completely gone. So now we have to get a new dryer. So we'd like to do that sometime this week because we're home. It's a lot. Your big deadline on Monday. You don't even want to know. You just don't want to know. You don't know what these kids have left me with. It's going to be okay. I'm telling myself it's going to be okay. And PTA stuff is due on Monday. I have a box over here in the corner that is PTA awards that I have to label. And then December is just a whirlwind. Like December is crazy. We've got Christmas parties to go to and traveling for work. Because we always do that like 2-day San Diego thing. So we're doing, I'm taking my kids there, taking my kids to San Diego to compete. And then 2 Christmas parties, Christmas parade, PTA awards, final exams, end of the semester. Have to finish with Mice and Men with my sophomores before the end of the semester. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. And now this. So hopefully things will work out. Please pray for us. I think that what we're going to do is we are going to get some Christmas presents out for delivery. I was checking to see if there was anything from the new home. And I don't even know how people did this before technology, because let me tell you, having a phone and having access to papers and files and photos and scans and, how did y'all do this? Like, did you actually carry the power of attorney with you? I have everybody's power of attorney scanned on my phone. I have everybody's banking information and medical cards and health insurance, and like everything is on the phone. Matter of fact, when my daughter was going in and out of the hospital for pneumonia, they pretty much told me that cards were obsolete. They didn't want the card. They wanted the card on my phone. So I don't know how people did this previous to having technology. I applaud you. I have no clue. And I'm not a fight, but I'm working on getting my dad a home health care person. Remember, he fired the last one because she wouldn't kiss him. But now he realizes he needs one. He's struggling. He's like, well, I need help. He should be in a community. But he's not going to, and I'm not going to force him because, you know, that's just not cool. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, that's not cool. I'm not going to, if he's hanging on there, I'm going to let him hang on in his home. But he definitely needs some help. And so I'm trying to cash out an annuity that it's not even his, it was my mom's. And instead of you could sign it over once, and instead of signing it over to me so that, you know, I could potentially, annuities are the worst investment ever. They're just the worst. And I feel like it's a scam, and it just makes my skin crawl but it's his money. It was their money, and they did with it what they wanted, and they wanted an annuity. So that's what they got. But to get your money out of an annuity is just a nightmare. And that's the only thing that he wants me to pull from for this. Like, he's decided that is what I want you to pull from. That's where I want you to get it. So that's where I'm going to get it. But oh my goodness, that's a nightmare. So what I might have to do, even though it's Christmas and I have Christmas presents that I have to pay for, I might end up paying out of pocket for his nurse temporarily until I can get that money out of the annuity, because I don't even know when that's going to show up. And then how much is it going to be after taxes and all the fees that they take out of it? It's going to be not very much anyway. It's okay. If that's what he wants, it's okay. But I have that to deal with. So the whole point is, like, how did you do this before phones? How? I feel so blessed that I have this little tiny piece of technology to help me out with this. I really, really, really am so dependent on this. I don't know what to tell you. I've been yammering for way too long. I have to clean out our pantry because a friend was really nice enough to give us some beautiful holiday bowls and dishes and things. And we have a really small house, so there's not a lot of room for this stuff. And so I am going to clean out the pantry, and then on the very bottom, on the floor of the pantry, I'm going to put storage for these holiday bowls. But nobody needs to see me clean out the pantry. I love people that do the cleaning montage. I think I even took some footage of myself vacuuming, but no, I'm not gonna do a cleaning out the pantry montage. Nobody wants to see that. No. I don't like the cleaning montages, so I'm not going to do it. But I've been yakking for too long, so I am going to shut up. That's what I'm going to do right now. But I'll keep you posted. And if you have been in a similar situation or have had any experience with this, with annuities, with Alzheimer's homes, with moving your person from place to place, or drugs, I'm not saying if you have personal experience with drugs. I mean, like, if your elderly person was on medication. Just want to clarify that. Let me know down in the comments, because I'm open for help from all angles. But prayers, please. You know, Christmas season, prayers, please. And I will keep you up to date and check back in. A Thanksgiving pineapple. They have turkeys over here. Turkeys. Organic turkey. That is a thick boy. Those are hydro flasks. Well, my mother-in-law broke her leg. So she was in the original hospital the home sent her to, and then she was transported to our primary care hospital yesterday, and I spoke to the doctor at around 9 p.m. last night. They're prepping her for surgery today. I feel like that's a really long time to sit around with a broken leg, but I'm not in healthcare. I don't know how these things work. It is what it is. I am going to the other house right now because, like I said, we don't have a dryer. We ordered one, it's coming today. And I'm gonna go pick up the laundry that we had in this dryer. And then I'm gonna go swim. And then I'm gonna get ready. And then I have to take paperwork to the hospital. In this digital age, there are still some forms of paperwork that you physically have to take to the hospital. Things that I didn't know. So that's what I'm doing right now, getting laundry and swimming and going to the hospital. This is my vacation, by the way. I just feel bad for my mother-in-law. It's rough. So hopefully the laundry's done. I didn't check on it or anything yesterday. Where are the extra keys? Extra keys. Okay. So here we go. I'm headed home from the hospital. I was there for 2.5 hours. My mother-in-law did not have any idea like who I was. We did the assessment for the new living arrangement and we're gonna work it out. We're gonna get her, you know, there's just so much that's up in the air right now because it's not like you can just leave the hospital with a broken hip. So now we have a broken hip and Alzheimer's and like you can't just, you know, it's gonna require a lot, but we got the ball rolling in order to start the a lot. So I am headed home, but first I have to stop at the grocery store because my daughter called and said they need sugar and cloves. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I remembered that because there was that moment where my brain just went, wait, what did they need? They need sugar and cloves for the pumpkin pie, and they've got the tree up. And they've done a lot of the decorating, but they saved a little bit of decorating for me, which is really sweet. So I'm actually gonna stop by the newest Sprouts Market that we have, and I'm gonna get us lunch too, because there's nothing in the refrigerator other than a big fat turkey. It's taking up the majority of the refrigerator. So we didn't go grocery shopping, and we don't really have any groceries at the moment. I think I might get one of those like probiotic sodas. I don't know. I'm just feeling, it was rough, you guys. It was really rough. Just to just to be in the hospital room with her and to be in the hospital for, you know, that amount of time.
I felt so bad. I know. Yeah, he's fine. Is it gonna be okay?
How do you feel about the quality of this bird?
Is it gonna be okay?
They show you how they make it, which I think is amazing. There's tons of things. They barely help you say hi. Like, you know, sometimes when you don't want to be bothered, like you're having that rough day and you just want to buy something and you don't want people talking to you, that's what they're kind of like. So I think they're very good.
I like it. 5-star on Yelp. And so now we gotta go to Rocky Mountain Chocolate and then we'll get our apples. Now we got crumble cookie and apples. Yeah. So here are the crumble cookies. We're gonna look at them for the very first time. Whoa!
So we got like, this one is mine. Has whipped cream on it, which I think smells good. Do you want to smell?
Is it whipped cream?
Yeah, it's whipped cream.
Oh wow.
Whipped cream.
I love the little mini apple pie.
This is so cute. Let me smell.
And then look at the
It smells like apple pie. Smell.
Well, it should smell like apple pie. It is apple pie.
That's pie?
Yeah, they're little mini desserts.
So this one looks good.
Oh, take a bite.
Nope.
Well, well, hold on. Just cut it, like, chop it in half or something.
Let's see if there's if there's any chocolate inside.
Is there any chocolate inside?
Oh!
Is it good?
Uh-huh.
Is it nummy?
I'm trying. Here you go.
What? No, you have to finish it.
Whole thing.
No.
It's good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so hold on here. If I have half of it. Oh, it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
What? My camera is like all the way down low. Hello, low camera.
Told you.
Wow.
Man, another piece.
I can't imagine eating an entire one of these though. Like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Me neither. No, I have.
What?
They've eaten a bigger cookie than this at
What?
Disneyland. Giant cookie.
Fat though. He's chunky. He's fat.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, he's chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine was chunky.
Wow.
These are a 10 out of 10. Go to Crumble. This,
Mhm.
like, you have to. They have the best. Can Crumble sponsor? I want Crumble to sponsor.
You want Crumble to sponsor you?
Uh-huh.
So we got 2 of the chocolate chip, and then we got the mini cookies and cream pie, and then the mini apple pie. Which I feel like we're gonna hold off on slicing into those. I had to find room maybe in the refrigerator for those. Then we got, I'm gonna bring this over here so I can set this up at eye level so I'm not like bending down.
Hey, you can hardly see me now.
Apples. Which one is this guy? This is yours. This is the Rocky Mountain.
Well, they're both, technically both. It's
And
not
then-
Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, right? Yeah, Rocky Mountain Chocolate
No,
Factory.
I thought you meant like that's Rocky Mountain. That's not
Ooh.
Rocky Mountain.
That's the name of the chocolate factory.
Oh.
There's that guy.
It's very, I'm guessing it's going to be good.
I'm guessing it's going to be good too. And then this is the one that I chose.
I'll put iron.
Did you? This is the one that she chose for me.
But I like
Yeah, but we both really love marshmallows, so.
for sure.
And caramel. For sure. There's walnuts underneath there too.
Fires are rough.
Well, there we go. Did you eat all the rest of that cookie? Oh my gosh. I had like a quarter of the cookie and I was so full.
You got some more?
I'm good. I'm fine.
But it's good.
So that's our haul for the day. We had a sugar haul. Some people have like, you know,
Shopping mall.
shopping hauls. We had a sugar haul. I'm very impressed. That was a really good cookie. I'm so glad that we got to. Okay. I'll bite.
Thank you. I can't eat that much anymore. Mine.
Hi.
It's gonna scare them.
She's fine. Hi, sweet girl. You're a pretty girl. Who's this pretty girl? Who's a pretty girl? I can't believe it has been a full week. Isn't that crazy that a week has gone by? So much stuff happened. I am so behind on work. I have so much to do. I have to put together the awards for PTA. And then I also have to, I promised I would make videos, which that was before my mother-in-law fell. And then I have a yearbook deadline on Monday. And those kids really left me hanging, a lot of them. They crammed my class full of 40 kids and maybe 10 of them really work. And the others just do absolutely nothing. And I have to babysit them and try to get a yearbook out and work. So definite flaw in the system. Mother-in-law update. The hospital is having a really hard time. They got her up, she's walking, they're like, she's healing very well, but because of the Alzheimer's and because she just is really bad, whatever happened, I wish they would do another brain scan. Maybe I'll suggest that. Whatever happened in August, she's really, really bad. So she can't remember that she broke her hip, and they are afraid that she's going to hurt herself just by getting up. They've had to, I don't think currently, but in the past, even restrain her because she'll pull out all of her IVs. She tries to pull out the catheter. It's not safe for her to be unattended, even if they have her on camera. And she's going to get up, she's going to fall again. This is a problem. And so no one's really quite sure what to do or how to prevent this from happening, other than she needs literally someone watching her 24 hours to make sure that she doesn't get up. So that's really where we are. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to solve this problem, fix this problem, deal with this problem. All I know is right now I'm going to go swim. I promised my daughter I would take her to a rock climbing place just because it's been a really rough week. I hate to say the bright side, like if she was going to fall, if this was inevitable and part of God's plan, then I'm glad she fell during Thanksgiving break where we had this week. We moved her out of her, and that was really sad and emotional, moving her out even of the memory care place where she'd been living. It was her world for 2 years, and it was sad moving her in and it was sad moving her out. But last Saturday we saw the new memory care place. We really liked it. It's specific to people in her condition, but she can't move there until she's a little bit more healed. It's just so difficult. So we moved her out to one, and we haven't quite moved her into the other. And she's in the hospital, and we don't know if she's going to stay in the hospital or if she's going to move to a nursing care, like my mother did. She moved to a nursing care assisted therapy place where she could get more intense therapy every day. I'm not sure. See, everything is so up in the air. And I have these awards, and I have the yearbook deadline. I have so much going on. And I'm just not going to worry because I'm going to swim now. And then I'm going to pray. And I'm going to take my daughter rock climbing. And we promised my dad we'd decorate his tree. He's another one. He's so difficult. I can't. He's very self-centered and difficult, which is a different kind of difficult. But it's okay. It's fine. You know what? It's fine because we're going to figure it out. We're going to do this together. I always put my life into things that I can control and things that I can't. I can do my best on my yearbook deadline. I can fulfill my responsibilities. I can help where I can. There are things outside of my control. And that's kind of if people fall or if they get hurt or if we get sick or there's an earthquake. Like, there are things inside my control and outside my control. So I'm just going to deal with what's inside my control right now. And I'm going to get my eating back on track. I will not do a vlog on what I'm eating or anything to do with healthy eating or any kind of eating, calorie counting, dieting, fitness. I will not do that just because I know it's triggering for some people and I don't want to be that person. So I'm not going to do that. I just know that that's something that I need to get under control. You saw the crumble cookies. You saw the apples. Y'all know. I need to get that under control. Y'all know. It's okay. And then what else can I be in charge of and can I handle? I don't know. But right now I'm going to go swim because that helps me. And that's cardio, kind of, right? I got to get there before Aqua Aerobics gets there. Oh, it's only 8:01. I'm fine. I got an hour before Aqua Aerobics shows up. But Saturday is a traditionally very crowded day. I'm back to the Lululemon belt bag because I've not been to this particular climbing
place. I don't know where it is. I don't know if, I mean, I'm assuming it's clean or whatever, but sometimes I just don't want to take a designer bag. I'll take this guy. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna have a great day. I really am. But I think that this is where we end the vlog, just because it's been about 30 minutes and I don't think I can handle myself for 30 minutes, let alone y'all handling me for 30 minutes. I think we'll pick up with the Christmas tree, the yearbook, the awards, all of that in the next vlog. So you'll just pick up like right after this. So until next week, pray, just pray, please. Please pray for us. Please keep our family in your thoughts and prayers, because it's been a wild ride and we are truly the sandwich generation.